You know, Michelle, I saw you at the South King County Women's Board of Realtors meeting, right? And that is why I'm here today. So it works. I saw her, I shared with her, I'm now doing keynote speaking, and she said, Susie, I'm going to see what I can do. And the next week you called me, and I said, yes, I will come and speak today. So then when I told my many friends who are here today, thank you so much for coming. If you want to be successful, surround yourself with positive people, right? Well, you are my positive people. So when I said yes, I came. When you said yes, you would be here today. You said yes, and guess what? Yes is a high vibrational word. Yes raises the energy. Let's all say yes together. Yes! Let's say it one more time. Yes! Did you feel that vibration go up? Okay? Absolutely. That's what this is all about, okay? So I'm going to talk to you today about making more money in less time with less stress and have more fun doing it. Are we all up for that?
Yes.
Is it? Yes! Is this a busy group of people here? Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. There's such a diverse group, and I just want to make sure everybody agrees there's plenty of business for everyone, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. When you believe that, you're always busy. You are always busy, and we get to talk to each other, and it collaborates, and it grows, and we have more and more business. So today I'm going to talk to you about the components of the winning game plan. Goals, affirmations, manifestation, and energy. That's it. That's all you have to worry about, okay? And by the time you're done, you're not even going to worry because it's going to be easy to remember and easy to do. And that's why I love my sales meetings, because every week for 1,500 sales meetings on Friday morning, where those people came and supported me, I had to make it easy and easy to remember. Because if I didn't, you're busy. You got to go out. You got to do a lot of things, right? And so when you're going to do a lot of things, how long are you going to remember what I just said? Well, that's what I want for you today. I want you to be able to remember what I said. G-A-M-E, game, right? You can remember that. You got to have your goals. You got to have your affirmations. You got to manifest it. And you've got to bring on the positive, high vibrational energy. So I'm going to talk to you about how to do that, and many of you already do, and many of you do parts of it, and some of you are going to add parts, and some of you are going to start remembering, oh yeah, that's what I need to do, so I'm here to remind you. So we're going to become laser focused, all right? There's power in this room. We're taking it up a notch. And the power is going to be for each of you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And I want you to have more fun doing it. I don't want to put more on your plate. I want you to have less to do, but make more money, all right? That's what it's all about. I want you to work with nicer buyers and that want to be loyal to you and work with you and close easily and close quickly, right? That saves you time. We can manifest those kind of buyers for you. That's what we're going to do here today. 98% of Americans are stressed. Can you imagine that? You know what? That's 100 times more stress than our ancestors had just 150 years ago. Think about that. 100 times more stress than our ancestors had 150 years ago. We've got to do something about that, folks. We can live in a different zone, all right? 50% of Americans are unhappy. We don't want that. Happy people make more money. And 40% of people are exhausted and sleep deprived. We don't want that either. We want you to have more time. So we want to make more money in less time with less stress and have more fun doing it. That's our affirmation for today. Okay? So as I said, I've run 1,500 sales meetings. I've been doing this a long time. I'm mentoring. I love you guys. And I'm leading. I've been a coach, I've been a trainer, I've been a marketing director, I've been a manager, I've been a general manager, and guess what? Now I'm a keynote speaker, okay? And it's more fun. No, actually, I'm going to tell you something. It's all fun. It's a matter of an evolution in your life, okay? I also list and sell because I love it. Because people call me, and you know it's so rewarding about listing and selling, which is what a lot of you do every day. And if you're not listing and selling real estate, you're listing and selling mortgages, you're listing and selling virtuants. You've got other things you're doing. But we're going to talk about how to get it done easier and have more fun doing it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is goals. So everybody needs a goal. People who put their goals in writing earn 9 times more money in their lifetime than people that don't. My friends and followers have heard me say that 1,000,000 times, but think about it, you guys, it's free. If you write it down, you're going to get it. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Everything I'm going to tell you today is free. It doesn't cost you a penny. So you need to write your goals down. And yet, 80% of Americans don't even have goals. Guys, they don't even have them. 20% have goals, but they don't write them down. 4% of the people in the United States write their goals down, and 1% review them often. That would be this group. 4% write them down, 1% review them often. You need to have goals in order to know where you want to go. You need to set your GPS for success. In other words, if you don't know where you're going, how you're going to get there, right? So just think about it. Set your GPS for success. Where do you want to go? So when we write goals down, we have many, many, many categories, right, that we can have our goals. We want many, many categories. But today I'm going to focus a lot on your financial category because we are in business, right? And so let's say your goal is to earn $10,000 or more per month. That's one of your goals. You see, I never limit you. It's always more. Because I want the universe to just show up and create it for you, okay? So you can have goals in money, material things, new homes, new cars. Everybody wants something. Now, Deepak Chopra would say, our primary goal is we just want to be happy. Because if you're happy, you have all that, okay? But along the way, go ahead and write your goals down. And we'll find out what you're gonna bring together. So in your goals, this is what Darren Hardy says. I don't know how many of you read The Compound Effect. Can you tell I've read it a few times? There's a few notes I want to go through for you today. I don't want to miss anything, so I made sure I marked it for you. Okay, so Darren Hardy, he had Success Magazine. He sold it, he made millions of dollars. He's gone on to be an entrepreneur. He makes millions of dollars. But here's what he says about goals. The one skill most responsible for the abundance in my life is learning how to effectively set and achieve goals. Something almost magical happens when you organize and focus your creative power on a well-defined target. The highest achievers in the world have all succeeded because they have mapped out their visions. That's Darren Hardy, okay? But it's true. If you write your goals down, now you have a purpose. Now you're becoming part of laser focus. What you're going to focus on. When you have goals, you say, I don't want to buy that because I'm saving my money for a new house, okay? When you have goals, you don't waste your money. You don't waste your time. When you have goals, you don't just go do something that you don't really want to do. You may have to excuse yourself because you have a plan, okay? And you're going to achieve those goals, and that's what we're doing today. We're going to get laser focused. We're going to be hyper vigilant about what we want. Nobody else is going to tell us what our goals are. This is about each of us, okay? So now we're going to talk about affirmations. So affirmations are your programming your subconscious mind. All your affirmations are telling your subconscious mind what you want to accomplish. Your subconscious mind doesn't know past and it doesn't know future. It only knows the present. So you must speak in present tense. Now, affirmations can be positive and affirmations can be negative. You are always affirming. We are always affirming. We must now be hyper vigilant to focus our affirmations on only positive statements. Because people accidentally say things like, I'm always broke. Delete that, okay? Because our affirmation is, I'm prosperous. I make plenty of money. I always have more money coming in than going out. So let me tell you the very important key to goal setting. You must take every one of your goals and turn them into affirmations, okay? Because your goals could be written like they're going to happen in the future. Then it's never going to happen. So you take those goals and you write them in affirmation format. And then they will be coming to you. And when you write them in affirmation format, nothing negative can happen because you wrote it in a positive present tense, right? That's what affirmations do. So I'll tell you a story about affirmations. They remove limiting beliefs. You know what a limiting belief is? That's when somebody said something that you overheard when you were 2 years old, and you didn't even know, they weren't even talking to you, and maybe they said something like, you know, our family, we never make a lot of money. We're just not really successful. That's for other people. There you are, a 2-year-old child, and that created a neural pathway in your brain. And that neural pathway has been playing and running in your brain for the last 30, 40 years. We don't make a lot of money. We're not successful. I've seen it happen. I've seen agents right on the brink of success, and then they self-sabotage. And I'm like, what? Nothing that 5 years of therapy wouldn't cure, right? But instead, I just write them out an affirmation, and I say, go home and repeat this 100 times a day. Because with your affirmations, you don't have to know what your limiting beliefs are. You don't have to know what's blocking you in any area of your life. You just need to know, what do I want? What do I want? Okay? And so when you know what you want, you start writing affirmations for what you want, and those affirmations create new neural pathways in your brain, and suddenly the limiting beliefs disappear. The limiting beliefs that you probably didn't even know existed, they're gone and replaced with positive affirmations. Now, we all say things that we don't mean, and then we go, oh my gosh, well, here's the way you can do it. You just hit the delete button or the cancel button, because there's always a little delayed response. So you can delete and cancel when it comes out wrong. The other thing is, you can delete and cancel what other people say, because remember, I told you, some people are programming limiting beliefs into your subconscious mind, and you have to block that and delete it. And you don't have to make any big deal out of it. In your mind, delete, cancel, keep moving on. Because you want to surround yourself with positive people like I have, and those are the people that are going to support you winning at your goals and your positive affirmations. So here is a story about Hal Elrod, another book, The Miracle Morning, okay? So Hal Elrod was living with a roommate in a beautiful condo, his roommate's condo, and he was unemployed, and he had had an auto accident 7 years before, and he had a terrible short-term memory. Those are his words. For 7 years, he couldn't remember what he was supposed to do tomorrow, but he affirmed it all the time. I have a terrible short-term memory. I can't remember. He affirmed it. I'm deleting. I don't want that going into my mind. So he heard his roommate in the morning, in the shower, shouting. And he thought, what? Does he need me? And he finds out he's shouting his affirmations for the day. Yes. His roommate, have you guys read the book? His roommate is saying his affirmations every morning. And Hal Elrod thought, what is that, right? But then one day he realized, wait a minute, I'm broke, I'm sick, I don't have a job, I'm living in my roommate's condo, he's successful, he owns 5 other properties, there must be something to these affirmations, right? So he started affirming, my short-term memory is excellent, my short-term memory is fully restored, and in 2 months it was back. In 2 months, his short-term memory was totally, completely back. So here's what had happened. He removed his limiting beliefs because he started affirming, right? And here's what Hal has to say about affirmations. Your affirmations are either working for you or against you. Are they positive or negative? Depending on how you're using them. If you don't consciously design and choose your affirmations, you're susceptible to repeating and reliving the fears, insecurities, and limitations of your past. Do we want to relive the securities and limitations of our past? No. All we have to do is write down our affirmations. Then he goes on to say, however, when you actively design and write out your affirmations to be in alignment with what you want to accomplish, they immediately make an impression on your subconscious mind. Your affirmations go to work to transform the way you think and feel so you can overcome your limiting beliefs and behaviors and replace them with those you need to succeed. All right, so we have our goals, and you're going to put them into affirmation format. And you're going to overcome limiting beliefs that you may or may not know you have, but it doesn't matter because you're going to bring these goals to you now. Your subconscious mind is connecting with the universe, and it's going to conspire on your behalf. Paulo Coelho, in his book, The Alchemist, says the universe is conspiring on your behalf. tell it what you want, okay? Don't leave anything a secret. So, I love my job, okay? There's an affirmation. I always sell 2 or more homes a month. There's an affirmation. You don't care how it happens. You just want the end result, right? My buyers and sellers love me and send me many wonderful referrals in return. All of my buyers are loyal and well qualified. They find, purchase, and close the perfect home for them quickly and easily. See how I crammed it all into that one definition? Because, you know, first of all, you go, I sell homes. Well, why don't we sell high-end homes? I sell homes with great commissions. I sell homes to nice buyers. I sell homes to qualified buyers. I sell homes that sell quickly and easily, right? So you can keep adding to your affirmations. I always reach or exceed my financial goal. I have more money coming in than going out. Everything I touch turns to gold. So when I do a goal, I always say or more, all right? So I like to say, how much money do you want to make? I want to make $10,000 or more per month. So it's not that I want to, I always make $10,000 or more per month. What if you don't feel comfortable with that? And there's that little part of you that says, but I don't. So here's why you say it. I'm in the process of earning $10,000 or more per month. When you say I'm in the process, it's believable and your energy comes right back up, right? I'm in the process of always selling 2 or more homes a month. See how I always add or more to it, right? So every goal becomes an affirmation. Everything you want becomes an affirmation. And when you're affirming that, you know what happens? You're laser focused, your energy is up, you don't waste time, you don't waste money. And you know exactly where you're heading. You've set your GPS for success. It's all working for you. This is a way to write your goals in a positive way. Right? You're the star, the writer, the producer, and the director of the movie of your life. All right? So you take your goals and you put those into the movie of your life. Now let me tell you something, nobody writes a bad movie of their life, right? We don't write unhappy endings when we're the star, director, and producer of our own movie. That's what you're writing when you write your goals. But when you write the script for the movie of your life, guess what? It's a present tense script, okay? This year, I earn $10,000 or more per month. I earn $120,000. I take my family to Disneyland. We are so excited and everybody is happy, happy, happy. That's how you write the movie of your life, right? So if you're not sure how to take your goals from goals to affirmations, just put it into the movie of your life, all right? So now let's talk about manifestation. Here's what manifestation does. Manifestation adds emotion to your goals, dreams, and affirmation. Adds emotion. Emotion is energy in motion. When you achieve your goal, what does it look like? What does it feel like? Okay? So you know, manifestation, I started using that word 20 years ago in the office. I kind of tentatively tossed it out there. They survived, didn't you guys? Okay. And you know, really, it's magic. Manifestation is magic. Manifestation is luck. Manifestation is synchronicity, all right? It's like, wow, I just showed up at the South King Council Women's Meeting and I ran into Michelle. It was like magic. See, I manifested it because I had a goal. I have a goal, you guys. I've loved every part of my job, every minute, but I felt like I just needed to go and speak to a larger audience. So I have a goal to be a keynote speaker, all right? So I started telling a few people, and then I started bumping into people, and then I ran into Michelle, and I go, Michelle, I'm a keynote speaker. And see what happened? Manifested being here today. Isn't this exciting? Look how easy it is. And that's what happens to you. You know what? You're at open house and the phone rings and it's a referral and they're saying, hey, the people that you just sold a home to said I should call you. That's manifesting, folks. It's not that the open house didn't work. It's because you were working that the energy showed up, okay? So manifestation is what we do when we have our goals and we have our affirmations. But now I want you to visualize what it looks like when you achieve them, the end result. I want you to feel what it's going to feel like when you achieve them, all right? See, I learned how to manifest from my mother. My mother could find anything at a garage sale. Anything. That was her, because she went out and she said, okay, I'm going to find a missing ski foam pole for my grandson, and it's going to be silver with a red tip. Okay, and she would. I'm going to find, and my friends would say, tell your mother I need an Electrolux vacuum, because I used to sell them 20 years ago, and I want that, and my mother would find it, right? Yeah, top to a teapot that broke. My mother could find it. So at a young age, I went, wow, this is good. I can learn this, right? I didn't know it was manifesting. I thought it was magic, right? But it was manifesting. That's what we're doing. We're manifesting. So what does it look like when you achieve your goal and it's all done and finished? I'll tell you another manifestation story about me. I would drive through Federal Way and along the water, and I think, I want a lot with a sound view. That's for me. And I lived in a little house up by the airport. I want a lot with a sound view. And so I got into real estate, and the owner of our company, some of you might know him, Jerry Jackson, was reading the ads. Yes, there were ads in the newspaper back then, you remember those. And he found this for sale by owner. Somebody was selling 4 lots on High Bank Waterfront in Federal Way, for sale by owner. He said, Susie, you should go take a look at these. I'm like, okay. So I go out there and I go, well, I like this one. I say to the owner, will you take a deed of trust? He said, yeah. I go, will you take $5,000 down? He says, okay. Will you do a 5-year cash out? He said, okay. I said, all right, we got a deal. So here's the deal. I didn't have $5,000 at the time. But you know what? I was laser focused then, wasn't I, right? I went and sold the house, and I got my down payment before closing. And 5 years later, I cashed them out. I still live in that home today where I built that house on High Bank Waterfront. I still live there. But you know what? By me just saying, I want a sound view lot, I manifested that this person in my life, Jerry Jackson, read the newspaper, told me about the lots. I went out there, and you know what? It was or better, because I got High Bank Waterfront. Nobody's in front of me for that view, and I can't leave it. It's so hard. I'm trying to get it. But you know what? That's a manifestation story. See how manifestation works? You tell one person, they tell the next, and the universe is conspiring on our behalf. The universe wants us to get it. They just want us to tell it what we want. Let's be clear. We're getting laser focused, aren't we? We're getting laser focused. Okay, so manifestation. Now we're going to talk about energy. This is the most important part, folks. It is the most important part. And that's what I love about this group of people and your leadership team, because we are high energy here. Isn't this fun?
Yes.
There's plenty of business for everybody, right? There's lots of homes for sale. There are lots of mortgages, because we're manifesting it all. It's all coming easily and effortlessly, right? So we're going to talk about energy here. And here's what I want you to learn right now. Live your life above the line. See those high energy words? Love, gratitude, joy, happiness, kindness, compassion, generosity, positive attitude, amusement. Those are high energy words. That's where you want to stay.
Right.
You want to stay above the line, right? Negative, below the line, judgment, anger, jealousy, distress. Don't be a victim. Guilt, greed, negativity, fear, stress. We don't want to be down there. But you know what? In real estate, you can get knocked off that pedestal and kicked below the line really quick. But now you know how to get back up. That's the key. You know when you're there, it's okay. Feel it, recognize it, but go, okay, I have a plan. I have a game plan. I can get out of this, okay? Here's a little shortcut. Never feel angry, feel amused. Amused is high vibration, anger is low. Choose amusement. Amusement is, isn't this interesting? Oh my goodness, why did that happen? But you're not angry, because anger pulls you down, right? Okay, here's the thing about energy. We are like walking magnets. We're little magnets. We're attracting the energy we're giving off. So if you're down there, you're attracting that. That's the kind of buyers you get. That's the kind of sellers you get. Okay, but when you're up, look what you're attracting. Do you know that happy people make more money than unhappy people? It's true. Joyful people make more money than not joyful. You've got to get out of that low box and into the above the line mode, okay? Now, here's what we have to be very careful about. We have to protect ourselves, because other people can pull you down, and there are things that are negative all around us. 98% more stress than our ancestors had, 100% more stress, 98% of people are stressed. We don't want that. So we're going to live in our own little zone. So what could pull you down that you want to make sure you avoid in your life? Other people can pull you down, right? They can be programming your subconscious mind, telling you you're not good enough, this listing's never going to sell, there's not enough buyers, oh my God, there's not enough inventory, negative, 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 delete, delete, delete. We don't want to hear that. If you've got people in your life doing that, you're going to slowly back away from them, okay? Because you're laser focused. You've got a mission. You've got to accomplish something. You know what else programs you? TV shows, the news. The news. Oh my gosh. We cannot watch the news. I'll tell you something. If something really terrible happens, somebody will tell you. You don't have to watch the news, okay? Especially before you go to bed at night. And then that's going into your subconscious mind, okay? Video games, movies, anything negative, books, anything negative in a book, don't read it. Get rid of it, okay? We're reading positive, we're listening to positive radio, we're putting CDs in our car, we're downloading podcasts, we're staying in the positive zone. It's our subconscious mind, folks. We must protect it. You cannot allow anything or anybody to program your subconscious mind. It's your goals, because we're going to make more money in less time with less stress and have more fun doing it, aren't we? So we are in charge of us. Now I'm going to tell you about an invention I created many, many years ago, all right? And I'm going to give it to you for free. No charge at all. I might have to make it into an app, though. Then I can... Okay, here's the invention. I'm trying to stay in the light, all right? So here's the invention. When computers first became available to normal people that we could start affording them, let's say the 80s, 90s, we got computers in our office, right? And we quickly realized, be careful of viruses, because viruses can get in your computer and corrupt your information. And so we put on a software, a virus protection software called McAfee. Remember McAfee? It's still around, right? So I realized, you know what? The most valuable, smartest computer in the world is the computer in your brain. The computer in your brain is 1,000,000 times smarter than any computer that has even evolved today, right? We are not protecting the computers in our brain like we are protecting the computers on our desks. We are letting other people put garbage into our brains, and we are letting other people program our subconscious mind, and we're not protecting it. So I invented the Susie, all right? I invented the Susie, and I'm giving it to you today, all right? It's your free bonus. Your Susie is like an invisible spacesuit. Put it on now. It's okay. I gave one to all of you. It's flexible. It's breathable. Nobody can see it. But inside that invisible spacesuit, you are protecting your energy. Your energy's in there. And that invisible spacesuit is your boundary system. Boundaries are a big deal now, aren't they, right? Boundaries to protect the computer in your brain, which is connected to the computer in your heart, which your heart is 13,000 times more powerful and smarter than your brain, so they're communicating all the time, all right? So you put on your Susie, your clear plastic spacesuit, you fill it with white light, fill it with love, fill it with Hawaii, fill it with good smells. Make it wonderful in your spacesuit. Every morning before you leave home, put it on. Sometimes you're in a meeting and it's not real positive, put your Susie on in a hurry, okay? Quick. You're thinking, what am I going to do? And you know what happens when you're in a meeting like that? You're drained. Your energy is flowing out of you. You're like, what happened, right? You forgot to put your Susie on is what happened. So put on your Susie and protect yourself, okay? And if somebody says something negative, imagine it just pinging right off your Susie and going back to them. See, it goes back to them, okay? And sometimes you have to say delete, but you know that you've got it on and you're protected. So remember all those things we want to be protected from? The news, the media, other people. Sometimes your own affirmations, because we can have a bad day. Somebody can walk away from a transaction at the last minute. You're like, whoa. So we're going to pull ourselves back up. So here's how we're going to pull ourselves back up. Oh, first we have to read Barbara Corcoran. I got to listen to this. Success all comes down to positivity and happiness. In her experience, unhappy people aren't great performers. Unhappy people aren't great performers. Okay? Even those who have all the right skills on paper will never reach their full potential if they're unhappy. I learned that if you just have one unhappy person in a pool of 30 happy people, you will feel that weight. Okay, so Barbara Corcoran started a real estate company around the New York City, Long Island area for $1,000. In 2001, she sold it for $66 million, you guys. This is how she recruited people. She said, are you happy? Are you positive? Okay, you can work here. You unhappy? Out. Anybody that was unhappy? Out. And she grew that company into $66 million using that formula. Happy people make more money. Unhappy people, you know what unhappy people do? They want you to be unhappy with them. Right. They want to pull you down to below the line. You don't want to be below the line. You want to be above the line, okay? So you want to work with happy people. So here's your personal PowerPoint, okay? This is how to pull yourself right back up above the line in a hurry, okay? I call it your personal PowerPoint, or you can call it your happy place. I want you to remember your last fabulous vacation. I want you to see yourself. I like going to the Ko'olina Resort on Oahu. It's a Marriott resort, and I've been there 4 times with my family, okay? It's the best. This is a picture I took of the koi pond, but I have another picture I love. I'm sitting in my lawn chair, looking at one of the many swimming pools. My granddaughter's swimming in the pool, and it's 78 degrees. There's a little breeze. I smell flowers. There's a little music of ukulele in the background. And the only thing I have to decide today is, are my granddaughter Nina and I going to go make plumeria flowers out of duct tape? Or not, okay? We did, by the way, but we could have stayed and just swam. It was a big decision that day. It was a big decision. I still have my duct tape plumeria. It's yellow. Hers is pink and yellow. But here's the thing. That is a personal PowerPoint, isn't it? When I go back to that moment, just describing it to you, I'm back there. And guess what? I was in a high vibrational energy zone when I was there. You all have those moments. Next time you're on vacation, I want you to take a picture of that personal PowerPoint moment and put it as your screensaver on your phone. So if you ever find yourself below the line, you just go there for 17 seconds and you're going to be back up in the positive energy zone immediately. Okay? So we have your personal PowerPoint, we have your Susie. So put your Susie on, go to your personal PowerPoint if you find you're slid below the line. Don't tell the negative story over and over again, okay? There's an Indian culture, and if you tell, and they sit in the talking circle around the fire, and they pass the talking stick, okay? And as each person gets to talk, and if the same person tells the same story 3 times in a row, everybody gets up and leaves the circle. Because you know what? They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear your same old story. They don't want to hear your negative story. They don't want it to infect them. But selfishly, it hurts you more than them, right? Because if you tell that same negative, you're not going to believe it. At the last minute, they walked away. I had $30,000. It's gone. You're not going to believe. And I had people walking down the hall telling this story, infecting the whole building, right? Well, long ago, we learned in our office we don't do that because I don't want it to hurt me. And I certainly don't want it to hurt my whole office. So we only tell the story once. So find a good friend that you can tell, you know, maybe you share. Sometimes agents would come in and say, you're my one. You're my one, I gotta tell the story. I'm like, great, you know, I can handle it, but don't tell everybody else because you gotta get it over. The next day it's done, it's over, it's finished, okay? So that's your personal, that's your one-time storytelling. Okay, so now we gotta talk about the plan, okay? Because it's the winning game plan, right? You know what you want. You wrote your goals down. We want to earn $10,000 or more a month. We want to do 2 or more units a month. You know what you want. You put it into affirmation format. I write my goals in affirmation format. I just write it. And you guys, I have a notebook like this. I fill 1 a month. Okay? I fill 1 a month. Because I'm writing my goals every day. At the beginning there, you got your 1-year goals, your 5-year goals, your 10-year goals. But every day I have a goal. Today I have a goal that I do a great job today. Okay, so I'm affirming that. Every day you have goals. You have goals. Your inspection goes perfectly. Take away the negativity. If you don't want that, then you must want that, okay? So you have to have a plan because the universe says we've got to put energy into it. It's an exchange of energy. I can give you this. What are you going to do, okay? But in real estate or in any other business that you are in, what do you want to do to achieve those goals? What's the plan for you? My saying is this: do what you love. We're not all going to work the same plan. I want to know what makes you happy. Some people like to call, some people don't like to call, okay? Some people like open houses, some people don't. So what's your plan? So first of all, you want to know, again, your goal. So I like to narrow it to what's your number. Brian Tracy wrote 10 steps to be successful. The last one was know your number, okay? In restaurants, how many tables do they want to seat every night, okay? In the mortgage business, how many mortgages do you want to get a month, okay? In the real estate business, how many homes do you want to sell a month? Well, if you sell 2 or more homes a month, you're easily going to make $10,000 or more per year, and you're going to make $120,000 or more per, $10,000 or more per month, and $120,000 or more per year, right? And then, of course, we see ourselves at Disneyland, excited because the whole family's there, so we put some manifestation into it. So here's our plan. Now, I wrote this in affirmation format also. Your plan doesn't have to be complicated. Your plan doesn't have to be overworked. Your plan, you don't even have to know what you did last year to know what you're going to do this year, okay? Your plan is simple. The key is have a plan and work it, all right? So, your plan can be like this. I always hold 2 open houses per week. I always cover 2 floor shifts per week. I always send 2 mail outs to my sphere per month. I always send 5 thank you notes per week. I always send 3 auto emails to my sphere per month. I always make 5 calls per day. I enjoy attending 2 classes per month. I easily go on 2 or more listing appointments a week. I easily go on 2 or more showing appointments per week. I list 2 or more homes per month. I sell 2 or more homes per month. I always sell 4 or more units a month. Or you could have 1 or more home and 2 or more units. Fill in your blanks. Have a plan. You know what? That's an easy plan. That's a workable plan. If there's something in here you don't like to do, take it out. It's okay. Just do more of the other. You know, because some people get so worked up over the plan, they're practically immobilized when they get up in the morning. You want to get up and go, I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm reviewing my goals. I'm reviewing them in affirmation format. I know what I want. I'm laser focused. I'm putting on my Susie. I'm meditating for 2 minutes to bring myself back up, okay? And I've got my plan, and I haven't even turned on the news yet. That's what I love about Darren Hardy. He goes to that morning ritual in here, you guys, and then he says, at 7 a.m. I check my email. After he's been up for an hour already doing his morning ritual. But he's worth multi-millions. What can we say, right? He's got it. So we work our business plan. Okay, so where are we at? We have our goals. Update your goals every day. Update your goals every single day, okay? Because you know what? You always have a goal for today. And review, and you can change them. And when you get a goal, like I got my lot and I replaced it with something else, right? You can always be adding. You're growing. We're moving. We're excited. And so update your goals every single day. Turn them into affirmations. So I just write them in affirmation format. You know, I'm always healthy, by the way. I want you to know that. And if you think you're getting something, you're always healthy, okay? So just affirm every day what you need, okay? We're manifesting it by visualizing the end result. How is it going to look and feel when you achieve it? This is what the Olympic gold medalists did. They visualized being at the Olympics in 2018. They visualized crossing the finish line a second before their competitor. They visualized standing on the podium getting a gold medal. They saw it. They felt it. They knew exactly what it was going to feel like, look like, and taste like, and they did it, and they brought it to them, okay? So we know how to manifest, and we're going to use our positive energy in a positive way, okay? We're going to stay above the line. We're going to live our life above the line. We're going to hang out with our positive energy people. Now, my positive energy people are so positive. They're here today. All my friends from Berkshire Hathaway and Federal Way, thank you. My daughter-in-law, Atu, her sister Rosie is here. Rosie got her license a year ago, so she's here to learn today, too. Yes. My friends from my numerology group, because numbers have energy, who are now my women's network, Teresa and Sherry are here, okay? But you know what's important about these positive energy groups? They support me. All right? They give me positive support, and I know I'm safe with these people. I want to be around them, is they make me feel better, and I make them feel better. All right? I can give positive affirmations all day long, and people don't even realize it, you know, because I go, great job, it's going to work. I know you're going to sell that house. That's the way I talk. If somebody says something like, it's never going to work, I go, yeah, it's going to work. I turn it around. I make it a positive, and I delete that negative, okay? So we're going to talk one bit about happiness here, because what did we say? Happy people make more money, right? Are we happy people? Yes, we are. Okay, my son bought a new house several years ago, and I said, I'll help you paint the inside, because there's no fun painting by yourself, right? So he downloaded a podcast, and he listens to Dennis Prager. Dennis Prager has a happiness hour once a week in his talk radio show. And Mark downloaded it. Okay, so we're painting and listening to Dennis Prager. But he said something so profound. He said, we all have a moral obligation to be happy because it affects everyone around us. Think about that. We have a moral obligation to be happy because it affects everyone around us. When you're happy, people feel happier. When you're not happy, what's happening? Like Barbara Corcoran said, one unhappy person in a room of 30 people can pull the whole room down. So we have a moral obligation to be happy. Now, I walked into the dollar store one day, and there was a book there called Happy by Ian K. Smith, and I thought, for $1, I'm buying that, right? Well, he gave a little shortcut to happiness. It was so good. It was so easy. Every day, write down 3 things that made you happy that day or from the day before. Just 3 things. And why? I don't even get to the why part. I just write it down. I'm happy being here. There's 1. Okay, I'm happy the sun is shining. There's 2. I'm happy I get to see my kids this weekend. There's 3. I'm done. You do that every day for 6 weeks, you're going to be in the happy zone all the time. Okay? So write down your 3 things that made you happy. Rick Warren wrote the book, The Purpose-Driven Life. It was the most sold book ever of all time, next to the Bible, after the Bible, okay? In the book, he writes, you can waste a life, you can spend a life, or you can invest a life. Invest your life in something that will outlast you. Invest your life in people. Well, guess what? We do that every day, you guys. We have a career that we can invest our life in people. And we make the biggest difference in their life because it's the biggest investment they're ever going to make. And in that investment, when they buy a home, or we help them finance a home, or we help market a home, you know what? They have birthday parties. They have celebrations. Kids do their homework. They bring home new babies. And who helped them get that investment? You did. You invested your life in their life, and it's of lasting value that will outlast you forever, okay? So I'm going to end with one thing here. I've got a little list of my Susieisms that I'm going to share with you so you won't forget, okay? So these are my Susieisms, and I mentioned them, but I'm just going to summarize them on this piece of paper. We're all walking magnets. The energy you give off is the energy you attract. So imagine if you keep yourself above the line, you're going to give off positive energy, you're going to attract positive energy, okay? Choose to be happy. It affects you and everyone around you. It takes just as much energy to be happy as unhappy, okay? Live your life above the line. Stay in the positive energy zone. I did a speech in Chattanooga, Tennessee in February to a Berkshire Hathaway office, and by the time I was done, the whole office was going, above the line, live your life above the line. So I thought, well, hey, they got their money's worth, because if you get everybody in your office saying live your life above the line, wow, that's a big turnaround. That can change volume in a hurry, right? Be amused, not angry, because amusement is a positive. That one little thing can change your life. Amusing is very interesting. Put on your Susie every day. Protect yourself from negativity. This is really important. You are hypervigilant. It's your body, your mind, your spirit. You're not letting anybody else program it. Set your boundaries. You can feel them. Now that you've set them, you can feel them. Nobody's going to interfere with your boundary. You're not going to let them, okay? You have the power. Hit the delete or cancel button if somebody else tries to program you, or if you accidentally say something that's not above the line, just delete it. Go to your personal PowerPoint or happy place if you want to pull yourself above the line. Put your goals in writing. People who put their goals in writing earn 9 times more money in their lifetime than people that don't. Because they also always write down their financial goals. When you write your goals, you write your finances, right? And you just put it out there. But you must put that into a positive affirmation, okay? And so I decided I should also create an affirmation app, don't you think? Well, just download it in your brain. Just put one in right now. An affirmation app, because everything is an affirmation, and you want to make sure to apply it at all times, okay? So, thank you for being here. Thank you, my positive energy sources. Thank you, all of these wonderful people that I walked around and met you today. And many of you I've talked to on the phone, and now I got to meet you in person. Our fabulous leadership team, our new leadership team for the Seattle Metro Women's Council. You're going to do a great job. Michelle, thank you for inviting me. BECU, thank you for sponsoring today. I know you do a fabulous job, and thank you all for coming. Let's all end this on a positive note. Let's all say yes, yes! Yes! All right, thank you!